Today we're gonna read the Magic Treehouse Merlin Mission Book 20. A perfect time for pandas. And it's a new book and new story, so we're gonna have new stories. Yeah, like I said, it's chapter 1, the fourth thing. And now we're gonna start reading a chapter 1 and the end of reading a chapter 2. And now, please thumbs up my YouTube before you look at my YouTube. Now, are you ready for this one book with a lot of stories? And now, here we go. And first you can read is the Magic Treehouse Merlin Mission Book 20, a perfect time for pandas. Chapter 1, the fourth thing. Jack heard knocking on his door. Teddy and Kathleen were knocking. They were calling to him. He had to stop them, save Penny. Jack tried to cross his room, but his legs wouldn't move. He couldn't get to the door. The knocking grew louder. Jack? His dad called. Jack opened his eyes. Where was he? Jack, get up! School! Came his dad's voice. What a dream, Jack thought. He quickly sat up in a bed. He'd overslept. Jack, are you awake? Said his dad, peeking to his room. Yep, thanks, Dad, said Jack. Better hurry, said Jack's dad. He closed the door. Jack hopped out of bed. Where is Annie? He wondered. They had planned to go to the treehouse before school. Today was a day to find the fourth thing to save Penny. Jack pulled out his jeans and t-shirt and rushed to his room. Annie had turned off to the room at the same moment. We overslept, she said. No kidding, said Jack. Hurry, we have to get to the treehouse before school starts. I know, said Annie. Annie and Jack had turned down to the steps and they rushed into the kitchen. Good morning, sleepyheads, their mom said. You've just enough time for breakfast. I made you egg sandwiches. Thanks, Mom, said Jack. But would you mind if we take them with us? We have to head to school early. We have a special project. You guys really seem to love school, their dad said. Yep, school's great, said Jack. Their mom had wrapped their sandwiches and put it back to the paper bag, and she had handed it back to Annie. You two have a good day, she said. Thanks, Mom, said Annie. Jack and Annie hurried down to the front door and stepped outside at the most spring air. We have actually 25 minutes before we have to head to school, said Jack. No problem, said Annie. Hold on. She put their sandwiches in Jack's backpack. Okay, let's go. They have raced across their yard and charged up to the sidewalk. They ran across the street and headed to the Frog Creek woods. And they ran between the trees full of new green leaves until they came to the tallest oak. The magic treehouse was on the top high of into branches. Jack and Annie had garbled the rope ladder, and they had stirred it up. Jack followed. Inside of the treehouse, they both sat on the floor, catching their breath. Phew, they're still here, gasped Annie. Dusty rays of the morning light shone through the treehouse window into the three things they've already found to help Teddy and Kathleen. Rose-colored emerald from India, a dry rind and yellow flower from the sweet scallops, and the goose feather quill from the president of Lincoln. I hope Teddy and Kathleen are able to translate their last part of a rhyme, said Jack. do we have a new note? They both look around at the treehouse. Aha! Said Annie. She pointed to the book at the small crow lying on the corner. Jack had picked up the book, and Annie was grabbing the score. Interesting, said Jack. He showed the cover of the book to Annie. Good. China, said Annie. We've been there before, said Jack. Remember of the emperor who burned to the books and tried to have us killed? That was more than 200,000 years ago, said Annie. Maybe we are going to a different time now. Annie unrolled their scroll and read aloud. Dear Jack and Annie, we haven't yet finished translating the last lines of the secret reminder loves the statue spelled Teddy, Cass, and Penny. But we do know the fourth object we need to break the spell, and we know that it can be found in the southwest China. It is a healthy food, granny and good, baked with love, dwarf as wood, around and shaved the color of sand. Given to those who haven't lost their land. Oh, once you have find a last object, please hurry to Camlin. Morgan and Merlin will return by break of day tomorrow. Teddy and Kathleen. Healthy food in China, said Annie. That shouldn't be hard to find. But don't you think it sounds kind of weird? Said Jack. How can anyone eat something that's dwarf as wood? Good question, said Annie, but we'll have to fun looking at it. I love the food we'll get Mom and Dad at the Chinatown Palace, don't you? Yeah, but, said Jack. Okay, said Annie. Now, did Teddy and Kathleen said the potion or anything else magical to help us? Jack had looked around at the treehouse again. There, he said. The small glass of water glimpsed to the shadowy corner. Jack had picked it up, and he and Annie stepped through the window and read the writing to the bottles of label. Use only once. Take one sip and grow to 5 times your size. The magic lasts for 1 hour. 5 times of size, said Jack. That would make us about as tall as a treehouse. Talk about weird, said Annie. Yeah, but it actually sounds fun, said Jack. More fun than we have came a tiny in the India, said Annie. After we saw the cobras, lots some more, said Jack. Especially we have to get away from the cobras again. He put the remind into the tiny bottle of a backpack and took a deep breath. Okay, all set? Ready, said Annie. Jack pointed to the cover of the guidebook. I wish you could go there, he said. The wind started to blow and the treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster and everything was still, absolutely still. And now Jack and Annie are going to the southwest China and gonna meet the cute pandas. And they were gonna have a perfect time for pandas. That mean a perfect time of food from pandas? Maybe. And we were gonna look the panda story tomorrow, chapter 2, silly food, and Deanna reading in chapter 3. But not maybe the panda story, just kind of fun, this kind of stories. And now, did you have fun? You love English Country, we come back with some days book, but not this story, cause we're gonna have a new book. Oh no, new chapter 3. Okay, now bye everybody, and have a nice day. And please thumbs up my YouTube if you didn't thumbs up my YouTube before you look at my YouTube. Now really bye everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.